So now we're going to look at some examples of the handling that I'm talking about. So in this situation, I'm going to ask Skreek to enter here and turn to the right to get to the dish. So the weave poles would be going in this direction if the course continued. And I would need to be able to, coming from where Skreek is coming from, if that were a jump, I need to be able to tell her the context in which she's weaving. Is she going away from me and then weaving towards me, or is she taking the entry straight ahead and then turning right and weaving away from me? So if she were going in this direction, I would use my right arm, my chest would be pointing in this general area, and I would be asking and showing her with some motion to go in that direction before committing to the weave poles. In this case, you're going to see my chest facing the bushes. I'm going to use my left arm because that turns my chest towards her, which cues her to come towards me. In this situation, I'm on her left and she's turning left. So from her perspective, this is an easy entry, but I want you to see that I'm using the right arm because I want my chest to be facing in this direction to encourage her to come here. Because if I were in the same position with my chest facing in this direction, with my left arm out, I would expect her to follow that and go to the weave poles that way. So then we also have this situation where I'm in the same, sort of the same position as I was in the last video, but I'm on my dog's left, the poles are on my dog's left, but now I'm moving. So it doesn't help me to be facing in the opposite direction, but I'm still using the right arm so that my chest points where I need the dog to go first. Because as I stated before, if my left arm was forward, my chest would be pointing here, which would encourage Shock to come down to the other side of the weave poles and weave in the opposite direction. And then here's one more. I am on Shock's right and she needs to turn left into the poles. So the same thing, I'm using the opposite arm to turn my chest towards her, which pulls her towards me first, and then her natural cue or the verbal cue of weaving and my motion going in that direction tells her which way to go.